Alright, video time. Finally, another project is done. So this was actually given to me by Amos. Yes, I know we cooperate every now and then. It was a Tamiya ZUGKRAFTWAGEN 18-ton SDK of Z9 FAMO. Anyway, it's a Tamiya, it's a 35th scale plastic static model. But it had workable tracks, workable front suspension, and workable steering. So I thought, you know, you can do amazing things with servos these days. Why don't I convert it to radio control? Whether that was or wasn't a good idea, I don't think I will ever know. So, here you have your half track. I'll explain how it works a bit later. Here you have your HPI TF20E. This came with another, I think this actually came with the Brushtail Mark V, which, bit of foreshadowing there, but you're not going to see it yet. It's a 2-channel, has a tiny receiver, 2.4 gigahertz, you know, dual rates, trims, all the basic stuff you get on a ready-to-run radio, except it's got a proper receiver. Again, I'll get to that kind of stuff later. So, if you look down the front, and I steer, the front wheels steer. Not that that actually helps control it or anything when it's driving, because don't ask me why, it doesn't like working. And then forward, half track goes forward, back, half track goes back, but forward and then left, the half track just continues to blitzkrieg itself in a straight line. But it is a bit French, it can go backwards. So yeah, it actually goes backwards better than it goes forward. So yeah, maybe Renault made this. Anyway, that's enough. Shush. So, under here, for the speed controller, I've opted for my favourite new PCB and resistor method. That's out of a standard size high-tech servo, this big thing up here. We've got our HPI receiver and a 1300 mAh lithium-ion 1S battery. Lift the front off and we can see the drive mechanism. So here we've got an SG90, it's a really smooth, so I might have wasted it on this, but that doesn't matter. Then here we've got a little servo, or the remains of one out of a proprietary RC car. So rather than using a proper servo connector and having the PCB inside it, the PCB was actually built into the receiver and the speed controller. So it was one of those annoying things, and you can see that it's got the pot on the other end of it. And that was pretty much so you couldn't put a better servo in there, and if it broke you had to buy a whole new one, which is really annoying. But luckily the gearing is the same as a standard size, like a big high-tech servo, so you can actually remove the pot and mount an axle through there, which is exactly what I've done. So both tracks do drive, otherwise that wouldn't work very well. They've got steel ball bearings in the chassis in there. Gets it running nice and smoothly. Then again, the motor in that is the only thing that remains, and it is connected to that PCB by means of this little 2-pin black connector there. So it does actually, believe it or not, have working front suspension, which would be really useful if the front was useful, which it's not. And yeah, unfortunately none of these wheels move, or, well, move by means of suspension. I mean, they move when you try. Oh, that one doesn't. That is shady right there. Anyway, I've also got some other problems. Like if you look at the back, it's pretty horribly built. But when I drive around a lot, this wheel back here needs to be pushed back in. They'll start coming out. Oh, jeez, that one's about to fall off. And anyway, yeah, got canopies, got the thing that goes on the front. That is pretty much all you need to know. Yeah, there'll be a better video out soon, but this one's just for the time being. Yeah.